demon. Nope, 12 to 2. And he doesn't want to play anyway. Okay. Hesitating too long anyway. One of these days, there will just be the very first person after a few seconds accepting the game and we just start playing. One of these days. Still 38,000 people online, so should be possible to find someone. And my waters. When I spend my lunch break or my post-lunch break in my comfy chair and I take the water with me. I always forget and have to get up. Nope, not playing one time 15 seconds. I I mean, so that opponent wanted to play the game free instead. And I don't know, at least on Fox, like in training games versus known opponents, I know that both players are going to give it their all, but against an unknown player on Fox, I don't know, or unrated just always feels like
Start to play.
that one had way too many wins in a row. Um, it always feels like you don't know if the opponent is going to take it seriously enough or is just going to leave randomly. Not like rated games completely prevent that, but at least it's less likely that an opponent will just, you know, leave or do whatever during an unrated game. Like there's a little bit more incentive for the opponent to actually stay and take the game seriously. At least that's my impression. Of course, I could be wrong about that, and you know. But anyway. Okay, maybe. Oh, just left the room anyway already. Took ages to propose a game and then just left afterwards anyway. That's a special kind of person, I suppose. I hope you're not tired of hearing "Boo-doo-doo-doo" yet,
Start to play.
but maybe you don't need to hear it one more time. Also, the opponent not playing Hoshi, nice, because then we don't have 4 times Hoshi. One of the things why I don't like playing dual host, or at least I didn't like it in the past, is because I think that's the most common opening by anyone. So if you are playing double Hoshi and the opponent is also playing double Hoshi, then it's kind of eh. But I mean, these games have been decent though. Hello, Cielin. How are things? How was your weekend? Have you survived without my streams? Okay, so he really wants to do it twice. That way, when they face each other. I wonder if I want to take the corner again. Because these, I mean, it's not bad, but the two Ponuki facing each other are a thing, I suppose. Way too fast, I see. Um, sure. I suppose the right side I don't really want to invade anytime soon. And I'd rather reduce it from here. Way too fast couldn't be me, I guess. Well, that's not quite true. I have had my fast games. Well, you will see in trial 2 for my next challenge post, most likely. I mean, okay, I could just approach here. Guess I like this approach here. Losing by a hair just triggers the play again edged. Yeah, that's that's one more thing that this challenge I think does well. It's that because my focus is so much more on did I pass a challenge and not so much, especially in the I think and especially in my okay this way, especially in my slower games. It's so much more on did I pass the challenge and not oh did I lose by half a point. That I think it's doing its job well. I could push in and then Hane. That's of course not Sente, but it is quite big to get that. I could also just play this. Pushing in. I mean, not allowing white. If white plays here, then essentially all the edge against the corner is gone. If you push in and block, your stones are getting quite strong. Hmm. So I kind of see that as a dual. I keep my group stronger, I keep his group weaker kind of move. And then f4, I suppose, is still some kind of threat. Because if white ignore me, then I get to maybe even push in at e3, and then Hane connect, and the white corner is not alive yet. So he does spend a move there. Okay. All right. No invasion to be had, I suppose. We both have two corners now. And my group here has this, and some here. This stone here is a bit weak-ish. So I could play this one. Could also play some random reduction move here, but I think that these groups are too strong. So if anything, then maybe this. But since these are kind of me, I think I'm just going to play a big move here. And the only thing that I can really invade right now is the right side, and even that, I would say it's hard to invade, because to invade, to be behind sector lines, I'd essentially have to play a second line move here. So this is just a reduction, I suppose. On the other hand, I mean, playing inside here, and if white now does this, I can play here, then even still play here. There's something about that. Okay, but now for now, white just fixed the corner. I guess I could simply play a two-space extension here. Gotta stay home, yes. Home alone. Hmm. Playing too low always feels kind of meh, so I will play high here. That was not unexpected. Now that one stone, I can just do something here. That's not that interesting. I suppose I could just the Cavalier Long challenge, make a one stone invasion and immediately sacrifices. The Kevin? Oh, the Kevin alone challenge, make a one Yeah. The wet Tisuchi is coming. It's going to flood your area. Um, now, that one stone is pretty flexible with still some base potential here. My stone is also pretty flexible. The corner here, let's say I played a move like this. And white ignores. I can push in Incente. But that's about it. White is still, after the push here and the block here, white still is alive locally. So I feel like, okay, the white corner is basically alive. I'm also very strong here. And if white wants to, so like just connect here, I guess I get a forcing move on the outside, one forcing move on the outside, and then I could even just build this area. So maybe I do just ignore this and just grow my own bottom side area. If Hane below and I play this in Atari and capture an Atari and play here and here, then I can somewhat counter. The thing with this, so what's both good and bad about this Tisuchi, this Shoseki here is that you keep the corner and you get some influence, but the influence also is pretty weak because the Funuki already diminishes that influence relatively easily. And there's this Archie on the three stones, which also makes it very easy for white to play some invasion move here. That's not to say that you can't build anything here. I'm just saying it's not easy to build anything there. So typically, these sides are not all that interesting. Now, that being said, there's not really anything else interesting on the board unless you say that we should fight here, which I just said that maybe not. Okay, this one though, if I just extend and white descends and I can push here and then white extends up, then I could play this one and actually then I could build this one. Okay, he does connect solidly. Now there is something to be said about this move being not 100% Sente. So maybe if I turn here, he could extend here, and then I just do get the bottom side, and then if he extends, then I can still the right side is just also just not that easy to grow. I could also just play a move here. Hmm. Because the turn here is not really doing anything against this group. But if I play this, then this is smaller. If I play this, white might be able to invade more easily. So maybe this one. And if play this, I can just bump. And if not, if then invade, I'm attacking from a position of more strength than this, maybe. Not sure about that one, but oh well. Okay, well, this way I kick? If I kick and white extends, I think that's an okay exchange. Yeah, let's do that. All right, now let's see. White has two little bit bigger corners than I do, but I also have a slightly more solid side on the left side, I suppose. And the fight on the bottom side should be beneficial to me. Now, how do we do this one? The other question is if instead of G17 I should have played O13 immediately. I could play it now. I could also jump out first. Maybe that's the way. I jump out first. I don't need to Knight's move out. I can jump out first just to make sure that white doesn't get the attachment here too easily. And then after white jumps out, I can separate. If white instead plays the push, then I can still play this, right? Kick and extend must be one of the most ingrained actions. Just connect a one-point jump with speed automatism, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. And that's actually one of the lessons that I took away from one of my earlier games, where I did peep and my opponent didn't react, and well, he was right about it because my peep wasn't forcing enough. And then on the other hand, I tried too hard to not react to my opponent's peeps, and yeah, here I thought that maybe white should not extend and then jump because it's not like I want to connect under anyway, right? All right, now we do this. White could push and cut. No, but white cannot really do it in center because if push cut, well, it's center not at all, but if push cut, I could play this Atari. Then if white does this, I could play here. And then if white does this, I can just Atari and capture. Oh, white does defend immediately. Okay. Hoo boy. Okay. Now we have to decide. He must decide. He must decide. Even though I made him up, he must decide. Yes, I watch too much Friends. Um, hmm. All right, so is building the right side a bit more. I wonder, if I attach here now? Oh, I kind of don't want to remove this RG, like the push and here, but this one might also not be sent enough. But okay, my group here is pretty strong, even if white jumps. It's not like white has an easy way. White can play this one, but I might even ignore that one. I could also jump first. And then if white jumps, then I can attach again. That could be one way. I'm going to attach first. So even if white harness and then I extend, too hot. It's actually surprisingly um, okay today. Okay, so white does jump now. White could, but okay, I could still play something here and probably live locally. So we ignored this. Now if I play, hmm, what if I just did this one? Is that quote unquote punishment enough to just play here now? Just get this in center, and if we descend, like if he blocks, I get a nice Atari here. If he descends, then I get to push down again. And the extent is pretty annoying. If I honey here, and white were to extend and I connect. Hmm. I could also play this one, and if now white plays this and I extend, that does hurt this group further. And on the other hand, if I extend here, I could maybe get some move around here and try to build this. I could also peep here first, or either play this and he extends, but I don't really see extend here. If I play this Han and white just extends here. Let's just jump here, since I don't really know how to follow up with this. I was considering to play here. Then if white were to push and cut, then I could Hane here. But then white pushes down and then the cut is still active, though there would be a squeeze here first, so that's probably not a good way for white. Anyway, white is currently not making, hello jellyfish. White is currently not making any points. Well, okay, white is making points on the right side, but I guess, yeah, okay, yeah, no, never mind. Hmm. There's not really any brilliant follow-up on the right side, right? If I play this one. So maybe now that I'm pretty strong with these, and the peep here would also remove any RG here, I suppose. Mostly. Well, I could still play here. But I just think this is not forcing enough, so mm, maybe now it is time to do something here. But I guess I could also kick here. I could also just play here, but this one doesn't really build that many points. But on the other hand, if I play here first, I'm not really threatening. Well, I'm threatening the push in center. I do threaten a little bit against the corner. It's a little bit. I could also just play that one and just build the left side. Just take the points. So if we play this one and white were to just play this and this and this, let me first get Fox coins. That would leave quite a little bit of RG in the corner. Mm. Hmm. Yeah, I think I will just take points and just Just say that these stones are white's problem and yes. But as I was saying, like it could be worse. I think it's only 32 degrees. Okay, so yep, he does this. Um, I connect. So that now secures the left side, pretty much. And it also reduced the corner a little bit. And that's why now white plays that one. Hmm. I think I play the kick. Yeah, because the extent then is not really center enough here. So the other thing, well, when it was like 40 degrees here, a student of mine spent some time in South France and had cooler weather than me. So yeah, but Spain, oof, yeah. Okay, so white. I'm just thinking though, is this is not necessarily even center, but I think I'm just going to say thank you for making me solid here and just take the exchange. Oh, that way. Fascinating. Hmm. But okay, my stone at h4 now is a ladder breaker. Hello, dark matter. So if I cut here and he extends and I connect, then that's a ladder breaker, right? So I cut, hey Fishku, and then I connect. Complain, oh, boo. Um, okay. Now, do I need to respond to that one? Hmm. There's a question. But if white gets to Hane, I have to push from behind. White extends again. I push from behind. Then if white, On the other hand, it does solidify my area here even more so. But see, one of my that will be a future level. One of my weaknesses in that kind of thing, hey Remy, is that I don't respond. Well, I haven't played in a few days, so game is going okay so far, I suppose. Staying within my challenge, which seems to be not that hard because there's literally nothing to invade now. But I made the game this way, so that's also something. It is, what is it? Hmm. The problem is, I think this one is just also not really worth it, so I will respond here. Hmm. No, I am not even 22 in not even top 20 in Germany. Germany is really tough. Now, do I want to play this one? No, I will not cover any games. I will play and try to improve so that next EGC I can crush everyone. Because, okay, the Hane Connect, if this cut, capture, extend, connect, here and here, 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 then I can still, okay, so I think this exchange makes sense. Then I connect here. And then I suppose you could say that white has Miai between this and this, but this one is not a letter, this one is. So maybe if I extend here, I am actually creating something here. I am EGF5 done, yes. Okay, sure, that is always white's right. I guess it makes sense now that white really doesn't want this move all that much anymore. Mm, since there's still something to be said about the outside here, I will pick the one that has more bearings on the outside. Also, it does bait that white plays this bet exchange at some point, and gives me the end game anyway. Because the difference between this one and this one has more of an influence towards this direction, but it does allow white to get S4 in basically center, or at least makes it a really big Gote move. While if you just play here, now black later gets this one in center essentially. Or you can just say that this is the point. And then instead of, then black has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 11 points. And then right now, if white got this and this, and while later black has to add another move, then it's more like 1, 2, 3, then it's more like 8 points. So 8.5 or something like this, maybe. Maybe 8 to 9. So this does lose 2 to 3 points in end game towards this direction. Um, but as it stands currently, this kick does create 2 to 3 points of damage on that side, I would say. Because you could still play this one and get another point here, or you could still invade here or whatnot. So, yeah. If I pushed here and white does extend, and I push again, white extends. I guess there's still nothing here, right? Because as long as I have the one outside liberty left here, even if white does some attachment here, and I'm super strong here now, even some weakness here doesn't change that, then I could totally do this one and push a couple of times and then I don't know, do like do something about this. Then F14 at the end. F14. I think F14 is currently not big enough. But because it does still leave, like there are still peeps against this group. But maybe. The center area is just at the moment is not that big, but maybe if I can pressure these more. I also wonder if white is aiming to do something here. Attack on the 4 stones. Oh, no, these 4. Let me ask you, what is the benefit of attacking them? Where is your profit? Right. That answers my question. So if your answer is kill it, then you don't have a plan. You don't want to attack for attacking's sake. You want to attack with a goal, like with a profit in mind or with a goal in mind. Unless, of course, you are confident that there's absolutely no way that the opponent can live, or you have to kill, otherwise you lose. Since neither of those are the case here, and I don't know which direction will be the most profitable, I just leave them there right now. Now, that doesn't mean that attacking them would be incorrect, but it kind of goes against the peace begins at home. So as long as I have something, like I had to could fix my left side and also create some points here, and I guess that's what I did after not attacking this. So, so that was just this was immediate profit. For example, playing a Kema here and just letting white connect here, I get something towards the center. But if white plays here, then white is strong. If white plays some extent here, then white is strong towards the center. White is also pretty strong on the top side, could counterattack this stone. So in general, this center area around Tengen is hard to build, or is hard to see where the profit is coming from. That's why I played B15, because there I know exactly where the profit is coming from, and it solidified my position. It did something with my own position before looking outwards. Yeah, there is something that I'm trying to. I think I mentioned it a couple of times. If you were here a few streams, you will hear it for the fifth time. But the whole challenge is basically going from false urgencies to quiet confidence. So these false urgencies are all of this. Oh, there's a weak group. I must profit from it now. Oh, there's an opponent's Moyo. I must reduce it now. Oh, I have my own middle. I must grow it now. Oh, the opponent attached to me. I must respond to that. Oh, the opponent plays fast. I must play fast so I don't fall behind in time, right? All of these kind of say there is some urgency, but is it there really? And that's what this is there really an urgency? That is what I'm trying to figure out, and that's why this chapter one is mostly just care for your own position and find out what kind of position, especially in the opponent's weaknesses and Moyo and so on, is actually urgent, and what is just false urgency in my mind because I think, oh, there's something weak, I need to abuse it. Oh, there's something big, I need to reduce it. Oh, believe me, it's also hard at Dan levels. And apparently, my opponent has a problem with this position because they have been thinking for what, like 5 minutes now. And the other thing this does is when you don't immediately make use of the opponent's problems, they have to deal with them. So essentially, what you're doing is you are pushing the problems towards your opponent. It's like, oh, you didn't care for this, and I didn't help you fix it. You go care for it. If you don't, it might come back to haunt you, so you better do something about it. But if you do it right now, maybe it's inefficient. Maybe it's too passive. Maybe you lose 2 points because you fixed something that you shouldn't have fixed. So, you could see it both ways. You could also give the opponent this impression of there is something urgent, and they might be wrong about it. And you only give your opponent the chance to do that if you don't immediately attack, I guess. Also, if you are not there yet, on my Discord, you can see beyond just the past level names. You can also see the descriptions if you don't need to go back in my VODs. All right. So while my opponent is thinking, I don't think I can fix this in any quick way. Why do I to just extend now? I think I would actually reduce from the top. Well, you're saying so. The problem with that is that making 1 point might not be enough because when you have an attack, likely you are also behind in territory or you're behind in something. If the opponent is the only one with having a weak group and everything else is equal, well, then you are ahead anyway. So then you might not need to attack immediately anyway because it's already inherently a bonus for you. But this at infinite points is a very it's a very dangerous way to think because forcing exchanges are also that are sente are also infinite points, but you always have to consider what do they cost. Do they cost just that you removed RG, or do they actually cost something else that you then don't get? So you have to be careful because attacking something and you get infinite points, maybe somewhere else you got infinite +1 points, so your attack was actually bad, or maybe later you could get more points. It's like so this that's the problem generally with thinking about moves as forcing moves because the peep there because the a forcing move doesn't need to be free necessarily, or it's often not just free. Okay, so I mean, this one I think I want to protect, right? Because if white just connects, then white also gets strong here, and I lose the. So this one seems nice because it does give me some RG here too. With the jump in here, if white pushes and cuts, then I can push here in center. If white doesn't push and cut, well, then I threaten to descend here and get something going against this. So I guess I could also bump here. Now, of course, there is, like I mentioned, there is some kind of um, weakness here, so I need to be careful about that. But now you can also see that white is spending a whole move here. And if I now were to, well, interesting. I could play the diagonal and cut. So also wondering if I should have ever played M13 earlier. But okay, let's first assume L13. If I play L13, if he were to play the ladder, I could counter Atari, and that would become some kind of co. Now he does have co-threads. Okay. My group on the left is still pretty strong. So what if I ask this question first? If he ignores and plays here, my group again still can play here. I can still counterattack. I can still essentially make life locally, more or less. So I'm going to ask this question. Maybe the peep here is worth it. Oh, I hardly disagree because there was meta way before AI. There was AI didn't create the first ever Go meta. Hey, I'm also playing this because of this cut. There is white can cut here. A large avalanche, yeah. Not even once. Okay, so he does do this one now. Okay. Now I do believe I want to play this one, right? Okay, I'm not going to read all of chat right now. So my plan with all of this was that now the cut here becomes less of a problem for me because now I get this push here in Sente. Or at least it's basically Sente, right? Because if white doesn't react and I get the Hane in Sente, that is pretty huge. Can I even get this one in Sente? If I play this and white ignores and I play the Hane, white can just Hane, so no, not really. But now I have quite some nice, like this one, for example, is now a forcing move. Is a nice co-threat to get because if white ignores, I can descend and then descend here, right? Well, of course, this one white could play here, but it's good. I could still play here, and then we have a huge co here if ever that it comes to that. Anyway, now I gave white the right side, white gave me the left side. I guess the left and the right side is pretty equal in size. White has slightly bigger corners, but I have some bottom side, and the top side is pretty. So I do need to get some profit out of this attack, or at least I need to get some profit period. So, for example, I could still just invade here and get some profit here, or I could play here and destroy this, which means white doesn't get much. Um, for now, if I just were to play this one and white plays this and I cut and we play this, it's maybe kind of a waste. So if I did this and white plays this and then this, hmm, this, and I can still play a tower and play this. Like wonder, maybe I want to play the peeps here now. Maybe I play this peep here. When white could counter peep. Hmm. But then... Oh, I see. That's how Go works. Hmm. Kind of don't want to make this peep because it reduces these. So we kept them. But the ladder is still working for me here as well, so... I'll just have to deal with the go to cut here if it comes to that, I suppose. I honestly just barely had time to stream myself. I raided once, but hello Telegraph Go. I'm taking the Hunger Games definition of Peacekeeper. You know, I did think about that one as well. No, but you can see that peace comes in phases. I'm never saying yeah that's actually true. Like the definition is that I keep the peace as long as it is okay for both or better for me. But if the opponent oversteps, you better be sure that I take out the electrical shock something. Anyway, I was wondering if you would do that. But that does allow me this counter peep here, so I do believe I am not... Because if I do this, and white just extends, and I turn here even, or I peep here first, yep, that stays solid here. Yeah, then I peep here. Or do I, maybe I peep here now, and if I peep here first, and then white pushes here. Hmm. I could play here and push down. I'm going to peep here first. I see, okay. But now I can fix my cut. And I didn't need to make the bad exchange here, I suppose. So thank you for fixing my weakness, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, that's true. He could try this, but then I played this one, and then if he captures, I capture, and his group is still weak. So, so you can see actually my profit from the attack so far is that my weakness here got fixed. That's already nice. I don't have to worry about these stones ever again. Unless there's some kind of co, I guess. And now I could actually simply play here, and I do actually create something in the middle here. Um, I want a stay-at-home game. I want to stay home. I want to manage to stay home in this game. So I think that's the profit direction now. That because here there's really not any profit from this, I think. And I don't think I have any profit from this push. This is just go to. Whoa. All right. I thought he would just extend. Now we cut, because the cut is... What is a stay-at-home game? Look on screen. See if you can spot stay home somewhere on screen. It's a secret. No, but I can play here, and white has to play... Like, I can cut and go to in center, essentially. Oh, I know that he has this one. Well, it's not my fault. Not a very well-kept secret. Seems to have been a well-kept secret from you before I told you. So maybe it just only appears when I tell someone. I never said that attacking is not on the table. I just said, yeah, now white started a fight. And I don't know if white has a better fight than than if white had not started it. Okay. He peeps immediately, yes, of course. But
Yoyomi now starts. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I wonder if I can and should counter here. When white could play here, I could play here, white could play here. If I simply connect and white plays this one, obviously I have to play some the solid connection here.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was the weakness that I did see. But I'm tempting to capture the Panuki, but then I don't
9,
quite know
8, 7, 6,
how to
5,
handle.
4, 3, 2, 1. 9, 8, 7, 6.
Trying to connect. Can I get that incentive? He does cut immediately, yeah.
Nine, 8, 7, 6.
Okay, he defends this way. Now there's some RG here, but I think I will just honey connect here now, and then I think my group is alive. Could also descend simply. Maybe just
9,
descend.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I will descend, because then if you descend I play here, then I'm very much alive. And I didn't really lose. I mean, okay, white can maybe get some incentive here. If white plays something inside, I can just jump here and I should be able to connect up. Because, yeah. As long as I have all of these outside weaken liberties, there shouldn't be any problem with this. Should I come to think? No, I don't think I could have Tanuki. This group has a lot of liberties, so yeah. Now we do this. So white got a bit of profit here, but I think that was maybe always white's profit.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Now white connects. Now I'm not going to turn here, I don't think, because maybe later I want to push here. Hmm. Maybe just Atari here. Maybe just remove the
9,
RG here.
8, 7, 6, 5.
Oh, not remove, but make it a lot harder for white to do something with this. Okay, white spends a move there. Now I wonder if I should actually get more. Can I get more here? Hmm. If I honey.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
If white blocks and I play the tiger mouth, and white plays this one and you descend, and white plays this one and I descend, then white. Hmm. I think it's just.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
If he does this, yeah, I wonder, okay, this one.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Don't think there's any connection here, unfortunately. If I play this one, yeah. Maybe I could have done more here, capture get more. And oh, of course, this was a bad exchange because it removed the Aji here. Okay. Well, oh well. Well, oh well.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's just make life then. Good thing is now, before I guess the white could connect, but then I guess this area just in general is hard to build because white can still jump in here. On the other hand, white can't jump in that deeply, I suppose. So if I played this one and white jumps in, I play here and white Ataris, I counter Atari. Or if this one and then wedge and then double Atari, then I could give up this stone to keep more in the center. So if I mean, generally speaking, this is going to be some kind of profit, hopefully, and that's the RG of these stones is too big. Then again, I mean, okay, this whole white group, is it really actually, if white can jump here in center? Uh-huh. Knew that was coming at some point. But okay, right now the stone is not that interesting, so maybe we can just give white the ladder if white insists. And these stones can still connect somewhat.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't think... Well, white could play this one in center and then play here. So white can get a second eye here. So I guess this white group is... This white group is already alive, so... Okay. If he cuts, I can push here in center, then push again. Then Atari, 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 and capture. So
9, 8,
I could even
7,
cut here
6,
now.
5.
Not sure about that. Hmm. Can I play this one first? I could also just play here, I suppose. Hmm. Let's just stay solid first.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Data, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Oh, also, right now, if white were to capture here, I still have liberties here, so maybe I don't want to. Well, No, I think this one is pretty nice to get. If he connects, I do need to be careful here with these stones and with these stones because this white group. Hang on a second. If he gets this one in center, I suppose. Hmm. I push in, he blocks. Yeah, that one I was thinking that now um, the issue is that this whole white group, these stones are actually not alive. Maybe I could peep here first. But no, I just break the shape.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
No, if white does this one, this is an eye, so I can't reduce. Well, but okay. No, this is an eye already. And so white can get a second eye here. But if white ever gets to separated here somehow in center, then I can kill. So. Oh, honey. Okay. Honey. I can still basically connect here. If you honey. I will honey too. If he cuts, that's
9,
it's probably
8,
not the best cut ever.
7, 6, 5.
Hmm.
Yo-yoing
Now,
now starts.
oh, okay. Hmm. Oh, okay. What if I just played this way
9, 8, 7, 6,
and then
5,
extend
4, 3,
here?
2, 1.
Because if I extend, okay, yes, there's a cut here. But then I still have two, three, four, five. I could also just connect, but or I could play. Maybe I can play this Atari first, or this Atari.
9, 8,
No,
7,
let's just play the Atari.
6, 5,
This one.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Uh-huh. Did I lose the game? Did I just lose the game? I've only four liberties here. I think I just lost the game. Maybe I have enough profit here, but okay, Hane now. Cut here. I didn't really read this out at all.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 Yoyomis left.
Hmm.
Nine, 8,
Got too distracted
7,
here.
6, 5,
Uh,
4,
I should
3,
have just
2,
calculated.
1.
There was this forced urgency again that
Last
I
Yoyomi.
need to do something now with this, and that loses me games so often. Hmm.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 9, 8, 7, 6. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Yeah, I don't have enough, I don't think, huh? Me and my false urgencies here.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I think here I connect here solidly. Pink is the best. Because this one leaves another Atari here. Oh, do I have some way here after all?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, it just doesn't work. Okay. Ah, sad.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's pretty big. Oh, should I maybe just play this one? If instead of this one? Or on the other hand, if he extends, I can still connect. And if he plays this one, I can play Atari Connect. Could also push in here.
9, 8, 7, 6,
This one I can extend in, no? Because I could have maybe just connected instead. But okay, if now he blocks and then he plays here, I can just connect. Okay, he does it this way, but then I do get a bit more profit here, I suppose. In fact, do I even connect? Yeah, do I even connect? Yeah, I think this is just pretty big reverse send.
9, 8,
And this is also really big to get the Atari, maybe? Something along these lines here.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Yeah, that was big.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
As long as I have this liberty, I can play this monkey jump here in Sente. He could get this one in Sente potentially, but that doesn't really do much in terms of points anyway, I suppose.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Yeah, he has something like 70 points.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
I think I'm losing by like 10 or so. Yeah, see, Bioyomi hits and I lose my head and I try to again, I again fall for the false urgency somehow. Actually, this way, no, this one is not even Sente, so this did give
9,
me a bit of extra points that I shouldn't have gotten, I suppose. Then there is still some potential points here for me that I didn't count yet. Maybe if I do Hane here and I do this, I do get this one in Sente. It's quite big.
8, 7,
Hmm.
6, 5, 4.
But this capturing this one is actually also really, really big. This might not be big enough actually, the follow-up, but oh well. Now I can't Hinuki, I don't think. Yeah, something with maybe the Atari here. But then there's no follow-up there. The
9,
capture is
8,
pretty big,
7.
but this should be bigger, probably. Okay, so he did just defend there though. Yeah, this is really big. Don't think there's anything bigger than this right now. I guess I can play this one, and if you just go here,
nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
if I did the double Atari here, double Ataris here, I capture. He captures. That's probably not
9,
no bueno.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can't extend because then I play here. I fear white is winning by 5 to 10 points. I messed up here losing this. I really needed to calculate this, but it was so difficult already. I don't know. Maybe I can play the Atari here once. Is that maybe a choice? No,
9,
it will be
8, 7, 6,
no.
5.
As always, you're welcome. Okay, so you just play the Atari. Do I want to extend in, or do I just, if I leave this, mm, this is also really big to get. Maybe I play the Atari here first. Play the Atari here once.
9, 8, 7.
Maybe Hane Connect here would actually be biggest thing left. Can't play this and then this because then I have this
9,
Atari. What if I played this one and he kept Ataris and then I capture? I think that's just not working, huh? Okay, fine. We will do this. Yeah, that is big. And the center follow-up is just too big to ignore, I think, so
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Elephant attack is stronger. Let me try that. Maybe this one is actually worth something.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can push, and if he blocks, I can cut here. And I do get more Archie against this
8,
group here.
7, 6, 5. 4,
Yeah, this
3,
Hane I really wanted to get
2,
to.
1.
Okay. Interesting. Is there nothing inside
9,
here?
8. 9, 8, 7, 6.
White just jumps. I don't think that is useful.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 9,
Can I? And should I play this one? Hmm.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, okay. He does spend the full move there.
9,
There's
8,
something that I can do
7,
inside
6,
here.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Don't think so. So this one is pretty big. Uh-huh.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Okay. This is center though. Well, at least the follow-up would be really big
9,
to get, so I think this one is center. And then I can get this one. Hmm. Good thing though is that even after this one, white still well, okay, this one is
8,
center because okay,
7,
yeah, anyway.
6, 5.
Um, okay. This is pretty big to get, so I will get this one now. Because now this ko is no longer a threat for this point here. He still owes this move. Maybe, do I play here? No, I don't think I will. Just remove something. Capture here is worth quite a few points now. I
9.
don't think anything is worth as much. This one is worth, I suppose you could say 3 points if you assume this is center, so this one is a 3-point move or something. That was also always pretty big, yeah.
Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If I were to push here, he does
9,
not get
8,
this point, but he
7,
does get to destroy
6,
this.
5, 4.
So maybe it is just better to play here. Oh, can I? Can I push here and then even block here? No, because you can play Atari and Atari here.
9,
Okay.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, the turn here was also really big to get, of course. Now this one is center though, so white wouldn't have to add a move here, and then I also get that one for some additional points. Maybe I should play there, actually. Okay, that doesn't remove that I have this one still, though. Okay, let's do that one. I still have this one as a 1-point reverse center. This one 1-point reverse center, this one. I guess there's just a bunch of 1-point reverse center here now. Including this one, I suppose.
9, 8, 7, 6.
So I will just play this one soon. Then I suppose we just take the point here and we are done with it. Because I guess this one, okay, this one, well, this one is also do have 2 points.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Somewhat. If you played here, then this would be no points. Like this, it's 2 point because these two are Mie. So I guess this was a 2 point move, yeah. Obviously. Obviously. And then there's the 1 point move here. Don't think there's anything here. I guess this is 1 point here. Actually, I should have played here. Now that I think about it. No, still not, because still Satari still works. Jeez. I really want the disaster. Okay, so he cuts there. I don't think there's anything inside here with the Atari, with the connect here. Hmm.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Ah, maybe with this one now. Okay. Yeah, now he has the. Now he for sure has something inside. Okay.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
I think just this is the best because this way I keep an eye. There's no way for white to take away these eye shapes. Right, then there's just that point left. I need to go here later anyway, I suppose, but
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
guess I can just connect here now. Guess this one, okay, sure. This one and I connect, and I still get this one. Maybe I play from this direction actually. Yeah, I think from this direction is actually better. And after this one, I protect here. And then, what was the plan against white? 03? There was no plan. Okay. I win by half? What? Are you kidding me? Wow, oh, I must have caught up in endgame. Like 6, 7 points then. Well, I see. That was the plan because I knew I was winning by half. So if the opponent doesn't see it, Ah. Oh wow! After this mess up here, I thought for sure I was losing by 10 points, and I had no chance. It wasn't. I know it wasn't a complete disaster, but I thought the game was close. So half point loss, half point win in this level. Opponent Samurai failed to use K3 as a forcing move. No, because then I still protect here. So if white ever played that, then I still protect here anyway. So it's not really, it's just me, I guess, right? Yeah, I think, thanks. Wow, that was unexpected. I thought I was maybe making it closer. I think I satisfied my challenge, yes. I don't think I invaded anywhere, so. Whew, man, if you don't count the cheater from last stream, then I won four out of the last 6 games. And people say playing pacifistic doesn't work. Uh, anyway, I have to recover from that actually being a win. I really need to pee, so I will be back with the review in a couple of seconds, minutes. You know what I mean. I'll be right back. And thanks. I never heard of pros saying playing pacifist doesn't work. No, but a lot of strong amateurs with strong opinions do say that. One of them is in chat. Thank you. Yeah, I think my opponent couldn't believe it either because they requested a recount and then they accepted their loss. But holy shit! By the way, I would have ranked down if I lost. So yeah, that's still hanging over my head. I think I probably need like 5 more wins to not rank down. So we will rank down on this account, but with not with like a 2 to 13 score. I'm currently 5-12 on this account, and lots of the losses, the early losses, are from last year or 2 years ago, I think even. So yeah, 20. No, actually 2026. Okay, earlier this year, at the start of this year, before I did this challenge. So when I started the challenge, yeah, I started the challenge with 6 losses already. So since starting the challenge on this account, I'm 5 wins and 6 losses. 5-5 if we don't count the cheater. Was the other cheater on this account too? Then it might actually be even 5-4. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, okay, you could see I had to recover from that being actually a win. I'm still very mad that I messed up so hard on the top side. Jeez. But endgame training, and I haven't even trained endgame as much as I wanted to recently. And by recently, I mean this year. I actually thought about not streaming a game today and watching Germany probably get beaten the shit out of by France and then stream Endgame in the evening. But now I'm glad I didn't. Actually, how is Germany doing? How are my not teammates? And what game number was this? 15, 16, 17, 18. Game 18. Let's upload it immediately to my. Sheesh. Like clockwork. Just like clockwork, my internet decides to disconnect for the first time right when I want to start the review. There has to be something wrong with AI Sensei and my internet. There has to be some kind of problem there. But 018 is not really a hard eye to see, to be honest. Like 018 is a very common Sente. And then this is just the not natural move. Like how would you ever destroy this? Like, I feel like my opponent did more impressive things than seeing that 018 makes an eye. At 8 down level, that is not impressive. What's impressive is that I managed to play crap like this and still be 8 down. That is impressive. So let's go there immediately. Let's also show you AI Sensei. Yay, I learned. I showed you immediately. And why is this cut off? Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, let's look at 13 because we need to shut up Yup Sup. So P17 is the new 03. I did think to look at it, but at this point here, right? Yeah, if white jumps in, you capture Atari. Wait, no, this not this way. Atari here now. Yeah, okay, that just works. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, I did. That's why I hesitated to play 040 because I had this feeling there is something. No, the other one? I think this already worked. But okay, if you want to see even another variation. That's why I didn't really want to. Yes, of course. That's why I said that 03 is the new P17. You need to listen. You need to read and listen. Yeah, I got away with it, and maybe my opponent also was thinking that and this was really up to this point, right? Up to this point here. It was there up to the very end. So literally, it's probably like really. I first showed Q18 for like 1 second, and then I immediately showed the other variation. You must have really have it pre-typed and say, no, you missed it. I give you a malicious attempt for that one then. Yeah, anyway, man, you need to start typing faster then. Ah, yeah, here on the bottom side. If I just play here now, white does have this one, but if I do this one now and white gets the descent here and I connect and white gets this, and then white does this, then I can live, right? Then I can live like this. Oh, I'm going to harass your skills any day of the week. But there might be something with this one first, but then this one is center, but then maybe white has this one, so and if this one, I guess I could just play here and then this one, and then this one. And if with this one, we play this one, and then this one, this one, this one. Yeah, I guess I could have done this and I was alive, huh? If I had more time here, maybe. Yeah. How white makes I with black's N7? White 07, black N8. Let's go there, I suppose, here. Uh, this is just over. Like it's alive in center if you do this. No, wait, like this one is not alive in center, but you can just capture. Like, yeah, trust me, I was looking at something here. I really wanted there to be something, but no. Especially because white has this Atari here. Then I don't even get this one in center. Anyway, yeah, I could have lived here bigger than on the bottom side. Hmm. No, no, it's okay. I'm happy to answer questions. Yeah, and then white got this. And then I do wonder if maybe it was just better to sacrifice the stone now. If we do this, and white does this, and I don't know, let's say we get this exchange or something, and then I just play some kind of jump here. What does AI think about this variation here? That's white plus 2.5. Hmm. Let's reverse the order here. That's equal. So I did need to save this stone. I couldn't just leave this. And I mean, it makes sense, right? It's just before, let's actually go back to this point here where now I just cut. I could, in theory, have decided to cut here. And that would have been enough. Yeah, okay, that would have been black plus 7. So is the cut here bad then? Let me quickly change the move order a little bit. Or was it just that I didn't handle this area well here? No, the cut is good. So yeah, because the cut, I mean, there's a double Atari here. This group should not be in big danger, but after this one, I wondered if I should play here now. Now if white does this, I still protect here. If white does this, then I'm just connected like this. This is a classic way to connect, like that. If white were to extend here, then I could play here, and then white could do this and get the iron center, but I would at least still be connected, and I still have the cut here. That would probably be good because I then, okay, that's not, oh, it's only black plus 3, so not the best. What about capturing here? What I thought about. Then white just plays here, and if I now play here and here, then I'm in worse shape, so. Maybe it was really just that at this point I'm fine, but I gave white too much by not living more solidly. And also this exchange was bad with because if he does just do this, something like this, and now later, I guess white also missed. I just realized that later here white also messed up here. White could have played this one. White messed this up. White could have blocked here because the ko that you usually see here does not work. White can just connect, and there's no way for me to live because white has the second line stone here. I didn't even notice that during the game because I don't really look at my opponent's mistakes. And even if it lives, actually, even let's say this somehow lived, then there might actually be more damage to the top than I get here. But it just doesn't work. White can just kill. So, yeah, white actually lost a couple of points here for 3. I just noticed. But anyway, going back to this position here. Yeah, protecting, extending this and the cut. I was thinking about getting this one, but even then this one, I can't do anything here. I can only squeeze a little bit. So I think maybe it really is just, or I could Hane connect here, do something like this. I was a bit afraid that white has, I don't know, something like this, and then some kind of center, but I guess it just doesn't work. But if white does this, actually I also just can um no, this would be the door group. This would be no, this would be alive. Hang on, this would just be alive. What am I saying? This. Yeah, so this would just be alive. So actually, I could have just Hane connected here. And unless white can do something with this, then it's already alive. Or at the very least, I can live a lot bigger. Of course, I should respond here. But if white now try... Let's say white could do something here inside. I don't know. Let's say this did kill or something locally. Then I do have this one. There's nothing here. So yeah, I think I didn't want to do this because I didn't want to give white additional shape with something like this, and then later this exchange. But I suppose like this white actually gets less here and doesn't get the eye. Well, it's an eye and goat it has a half an eye and center already. I said, well, it's not cent. Yeah, yeah. And then I have to say calculate what happens if white does C2, J2. Hmm. So, but anyway, when this happened, when I did the cut here, I was very aware of this wedge and the peep here. It's not like I got surprised, oh no, the opponent can counterattack. But I just thought, just like I did in the game, that my group here can live locally, and my group on the outside is fine even with some RG. But yeah, maybe the descent was just too soft. Maybe even here, maybe it's worth it to connect under something? I don't know. Maybe not. And I also wondered about playing this one instead. Because then white extends, I extend, and then white extends and something. More RG. I also thought if there was maybe some way to do this and this, but then there's some wedges here, and I don't know about that either, so... This is sometimes a way to capture, but here the problem is that white does have a counter against the two stones. And again, this white group is already alive, so white probably didn't even need this move, right? White could have done something on the outside now. Anyway, white protected, I protected, then this happened, and I suppose he is already close because this was not... I didn't find the most efficient way to deal with this. Yeah, and then I thought this was just horrible shape. Then maybe I just need to connect here. And then if white captures here, then maybe I should just not play the Atari, just connect here. Or alternatively, if I play the Atari here. But what I don't like is that white gets the squeeze here. And these are not that big. Though I suppose... Okay, if white now plays this, I guess I can't really play... I can't play this because white can't capture here. White can't really do anything about this either. I can just capture here and capture. So maybe that was the way. Just capture these. Just let white get the squeeze here. I get all of these and this. Because if white now does this, I have this one. And I can still attack one or the other. And I can still push and cut here without the problem of liberty shortage. So yeah, I think this and this extent, this was just too greedy. And I did see this, but for some reason I thought, yeah, I have so many liberties here and white is so confined, but white is not confined. So this was, this should have lost me the game. And the fact that it didn't means two things. A, I was in a pretty good position before, probably already, which makes sense. I felt that the game was going well for me. And two, my endgame was pretty good, I guess. Or my opponent's endgame was bad because they already thought, yeah, now I'm winning for sure. Which, to be fair, I also thought. So there's that. Let's go from the start. So opening, opening, opening. I already thought about this during the game. I don't need to think about it right now. Here, of course, I could have also played some more forceful way against the corner, but sure. Here it's a question. If I played this first, and let's say white now played this, and now we play the same thing here, and I play this one. Now it's a lot harder for white to play this one. I might actually just play the diagonal here then, even. But okay, it happened like this in the game. And again, I don't think. See, that's what I like about the current way I play is that it gives the urgency to the opponent. And very often, Fox players, even at 8-dan level, when they are giving urgency, and to be fair, I'm in the same boat, they actually don't pick the best fights. So you give the opponent the chance to hang themselves. And here I was very here because the harder here is just not. Even if we just get this, I don't know. Like, is this really worth it? I guess maybe I get more forcing moves here. And if I do this one, if this one I can push and then they extend. But the extend is also not that center, right? If we do this, then I don't know. I guess I can get this. But I only pressed white down a little bit and I got stronger. Yes, I suppose I can later essentially connect this and the cut here is no longer an issue. But yeah, I don't know. It didn't seem so. Maybe the attach is just not good either. But okay. Yeah, then here again, I could do something like this, and then I don't know, we just maybe do something like this. But then the cut here against the two stones is actually a threat. But white could immediately do something here. And the second thing is, how much am I really gaining? Let's say I somehow, I don't know, got the cut here, protected, whatever. And white, then when it's white's turn, white doesn't have to react here. Because this group is already pretty strong and the right side is already very alive. And then white could do something like this. And now if we compare this to the game, something like this, white got the corner a lot stronger. Now white got all of the points here. White got like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 9 points more in the corner. And I lost quite a few points here myself. Like, if you compare this to the game, I lost like like 10 points myself. So if we say that this is something like a 20-point swing, you would have to be sure that A, this is even center to begin with, that you can get center out of this, and B, that the area that you get here then is worth what you lose on the left side. So that's why here I chose to just take territory, Zhang Yifei style. If I've learned anything from my lessons with Zhang Yifei, it's just take territory first and let the opponent worry about the groups and catching up on points. Yeah, and then I just took the left side. And then white also this cut seemed a bit too much. And here I was seriously considering to now Tenuki, but I also where to Tenuki too, like this one maybe, but then this stone becomes heavier and the ladder, maybe this one. But then white harness and extends. I can't cut because white captures, so I would have to play here once again. Now we could do this one. But also not really because the cut is still not working. I could not turn because this loses the Liberty Race, but the cut also doesn't work, so I suppose if you play this one now, white gets all of this in center. Let's say you get all of this in center as white. You might even be able to play here and just not only create some potential points here, though 10 is probably a bit too much, but also now the attack against this group, maybe if white later gets some RG here, this is, it's uncomfortable, I suppose. So I just decided in the end to just defend my area on the left side, and also this way I do have this option to just capture the stone and get a few more points here. Yeah, and then we entered this. And again, here I didn't just answer. I thought about cutting here. But what I didn't like about this was some driving Tisuchi like this. And also the fact that there is this cut here. So before this cut happened and my 3 stones here get in trouble and I get surrounded here, I played this one to help my 3 stones and to reduce the RG of this one. And white pushed and white did this and I got to push here. Now I already am out more with this group. And now I thought with this additional move here and maybe some additional like forcing moves here if I force and Hane and whatnot, then my group here is more solid. But okay, if white did this and then did just this, I guess there's now this cut comes with an Atari, but white could just sacrifice the stone. But then I guess it's also nice for me with this. So yeah, I was happy to get this. Okay, peep and extend back, and then I fixed my weakness here. Of course, this peep here did allow this weakness to be a bit more problematic. So maybe the better plan was not to do this peep. My problem with this is just that if we do this, now all of a sudden there is this cut. And if I like play this and then play this, and now I have this, I can maybe play the extend again. Now my group here is cut off, and now, I mean, even if I get out here, then might maybe get something against this, and I just didn't know how to handle this, so I peeped and fixed my cut here. But yeah, then maybe, I mean, I saw that this is okay. Maybe it would have been just good enough if we play this. And is the capture then too slow, or is it just very solid? Yeah. If I did this, I'm ahead by 6. So if we just did this, I'm ahead by 6. Because now my weaknesses here are not a problem, and I am already creating some profit here. So not saying the cut was bad, just saying that I didn't handle what happened after well. Luckily, this level is not about leaving cuts and not knowing how to handle them. But it will return, so I need to be mindful here. To be fair, I knew exactly that there was RG here, and that there was a cut, so I didn't get surprised once again. But I maybe didn't handle it that well here. And then we come back again to this position here, where again, if I just did this and let myself get squeezed and just take the profit. I guess white could do this, but then if I connect, then white can't protect easily. But it's white +1, so yeah, too bad. Okay, so maybe just connect. Cut or cut and connect, then cut is a bad exchange. So maybe it is. But then there's this counter still, and this counter, and there's the Atari here though. But then there's Atari. There's just so much RG here. That's what's so like RG with these stones, RG here, RG here, RG here. It's that's why I really wanted to get the first move here so that white doesn't get this move, but it didn't turn out this way because white didn't have to protect this group anymore. So kind of this cut turned out to be. I wonder if maybe at this point here, after this one. It would have been fine to just add a move here. Nope, that would have been a big mistake. So I do absolutely need to make use of this RG because if we do this, white can connect and has a lot stronger shape. Yeah, okay. So my feeling here was correct that this just I don't want to say I didn't think about it, but I also thought that this is such a like if white extends, then I just get this, and if white does this, then this is so weak, so yeah. Yeah, and then this disaster happened, and here actually now let me change the move order a little bit. If we have this, now it's white +8. So I was not wrong when I said that white is ahead by like up nearly 10 points. 6 to 10 is what I thought. 8 points, yeah. That's how bad this was. But I actually managed to catch up 8 points from here. So I also think that here, now I think they come into a territory where it's more white mistakes. I also think that white shouldn't have played this passive. I think white should have pushed more. I think white could have actually made use of this RG here and maybe also play this exchange now, because now it's still Sente, while later I got all of these moves, right? So here, if I played this, if white plays this, I have to respond. Um, but okay. Like this, I got all of my RG, my weaknesses here fixed. That seemed fine. Then I wonder here, maybe it was better to just play here, take the points, and make white connect back up. But this one was this one I think was in the spirit of I'm behind, I need to make something happen. I did get a few points out of that, but okay. Yeah, and here white's mistake again. I thought that white might maybe do something like this. Maybe this would have been better for white. This seemed a little bit nice for me to get all of this profit here. And then also get the monkey jump here. So I probably caught up a little bit here too. Getting all of this incentive. And I shouldn't have. I think white should ignore this and do something here immediately, or this one or this one. And I might need to do something here immediately too, but this was also really big. And yeah, I got that. Then this one was maybe, I guess it could be, nah, but it's big reverse center, right? Because if I don't play, well, white could still play something like this. But if I get to play this, I do play the Atari. So white would have to protect, I suppose, like that. And then I do get this incentive. So hmm. Yeah, and then here instead of this one, I probably need to Hane connect. And then there is no problem here with this, with the liberties on the outside, I don't think. So I think this might have been a slight mistake by me. I think I need to Hane connect here now. Then white got this. White actually missed the chance. White could have played this in center though. But okay, white also got this in center. That being said, I thought about if I can get this one and this one in center. Would F11 take be good for black? What is the purpose of F11? You know these are captured, right? Yeah, I was wondering about if I can get this. I guess I can get this one and then. Um, no, I can't squeeze. Why just extends? What's the purpose of that squeeze? Again, you only have one liberties on those. In fact, here white might just capture now. But probably just this one. And the problem with any squeeze here, let's say you play this and white plays something and you squeeze here, you capture here once again. Now there's actually more RG here left with what happened in the game. So yeah, but anyway, this was pretty big because it also created some points here. This one doesn't create points for me. This one does. And yeah, this one, I mean, it reduces this a little bit, but it also doesn't create that many points here because white can still push and play here. So I think that was fine overall. This one might have been actually too slow. Maybe I needed to ignore this, but white getting to play here is also really big. White then keeps all of these points. Earlier also, it was suggested that I play here instead, but what is your plan with this? This doesn't work. Honestly, even if white played this very silly looking move here, and you played here, there's just nothing here. There is nothing here. Nothing that you can do about these, so the cut here was absolutely the best move, I think. Um, Yeah, and then I got this, and then I got to push in, and then I got this one. And then maybe this one was actually a mistake by white, because I was thinking about something here, but white has an eye here. And as long as, I don't know, okay, white can't play this Atari, but white can even just play here and threaten to connect. And if I have to spend all of these moves to disconnect, like what can I even do here? Like, let's say white just ignores, and what do I do with this? Like, I can't even get this one, I don't think, because okay, the Atari doesn't work, but I guess there's some RG here like that. But the descent threatens to just throw in, and then if black does something here, eventually this just doesn't. There's just nothing here with this and this. So I think white's spending a whole move here to defend this was too slow. It looked like. Then maybe this exchange was not good either, though. But I got this one, and then I also got to capture here in center. This was huge. And then the white didn't play this reverse center, which could have threatened the ko to be much bigger. So I got this in center, and then I captured here. Then white got this, which wasn't small, and should have won white the game. But this was also pretty big. 3 points here versus this one. Though I suppose with this one I get more points by squeezing this, huh? So isn't it better if you take S9 Atari instead of S10? 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 Don't think I played S10 in the game, so you meant in the variation, I suppose. Here, if you take the S9 Atari, what's the purpose of that? White captures. Now, what did you gain? You don't create more liberties. This stone still only has 2 liberties. How do you create more liberties? If you descend here, then you play here. If you play this one and this one, I suppose you could say that, but white just does whatever. It's like it's not even center, I suppose. But white could just make life here, I suppose, and then you connect, and you really didn't create more liberties here. Like you still Atari and hmm. I don't think you gain anything from that. I think I gained more by spooking white into playing a defensive move, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, and then we all knew that there was also this descent here. I guess it's only worth. I guess it's 2 points, huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, and then of course there was never any RG anywhere in the game, so the graph is not going to be a comb shape at all, ever. No, 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 no. Yeah, and here, unfortunately, I did need to spend a move because if I now just, I don't know, take a point, then there is, well, let's say eventually these are filled in, and then there is this Atari and connect and die. So, I do wonder if okay, I guess, I do wonder if I need to protect there immediately. Actually, let's create some exchange here first, and then. Let's say I go here. Is there anything that white can do immediately against this? Let's say, but the peep is not even center because you can just play here. No, but then this works. Okay, the peep is center against this. Oh, yeah, that's, hang on. No, but because of this and cut, I can capture. Hmm. Is there anything white can do immediately here? Hmm. I think there was maybe nothing white could do immediately, so on the other hand, if I didn't protect and I took the point, then white can fight the ko, and white for sure has more ko threats with this here. Um, yeah, so I guess it didn't make a difference. If these were kind of me, I suppose now. And then I won by half a point somehow. Yeah, okay, you can't see it, but there is a big combed shape. Okay, let me. If white attacks h10 first. Um, Atari. Um, Atari all the way. Atari like this? No, I don't see it. Is Atari? Hmm. Connect. Capture. Doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah, so, but I didn't lose a point from this. That would have been annoying that if I lost a point from that. Anyway, let's now look at with AI. You can see that very much true. There was something at the end. There is the comb, the famous AI comb shape at the end. But you can also see that I literally I blundered heavily and then I caught up more and more in endgame. So endgame strong. And my first half was good until, well, first until I made it a bit too complicated for my own sake, and then I didn't resolve the top well. Anyway, let's go from the start with AI. I'm basically going through the game like 4 or 5 times. Once during when I play it, then on my own, then to answer questions or to answer questions myself. Sometimes I go from the back. Then I go through it again with AI, and then a fifth time to see if I actually passed the challenge, which I think in this case is not a big secret. I think I'm pretty sure I passed this. So, yep, that was all fine. This was all okay, nice. I was considering to play any of these moves or this one, but this was blue. And white protecting is good though. Can enjoy plus 0.55 times. Okay. Okay, so that actually was but that was slightly like this move is not the best move, so that was a slight win for me. That's why I'm ahead by 1.5 at this point. And that was indeed not great. The attach was good. Attaching here would have been good, but this would have been better, yeah. Okay, but this was actually, see if I turned here. Okay, that it would have been okay. It would have been a good move, minus half a point, but it would have made the invasion a lot more easy. And here you can see the invasion is not a good move. White should just do this. White should just give me the points, I suppose, and then do some reduction later, maybe. Not even that. Okay, let's say I just, I don't know, extend. Um, and then white can do this something and build something bigger here. But because white doesn't have this stay home challenge, I don't know if it's not hot at their place, but yeah, you can see my opponent didn't have the stay home challenge, and that gave me the lead in the early game. Okay, I should also just surround or not even, I should even ignore it. Yeah, I was wondering about that, but okay. Then these are equally bad exchanges, and then I'm still ahead by 3.5 here. Attaching is no good. I should even just ignore. See, AI wants me to completely ignore the situation and just make a big move, or just make the fight on the top side, or maybe peep here. But okay, all of this was no good. Just extend is the follow-up, huh? Or Hane here. Hane here. And if white just extends back, I guess the cut is quite difficult to handle as well on the right side, right? With the jumps here and whatnot. Okay, and if crosscut, it's similar but with more weaknesses here. Anyway, jumping here was fine, and then white should have totally played the Hane here instead, yeah. And then escaped here, and then white can deal with this much better, I suppose. But the extent? Ah, okay. I thought about that one. How about this one in the game? That would have been worse than my move. My move is minus 1.5. Just surround here and save my stone and build something in the center would have been fine, but also minus 1.2. So it seems just this move would have been the best. But okay, this was 1 point. This just did lose more though. I should not connect here. That was where I lost a little bit of my lead again. Interesting. I should just Atari here. I did consider it briefly. And then continue fire. Okay, I didn't see that this was. I didn't see how this would turn out, and I don't want to review this with low playout AI to be honest, because it changes its mind sometimes during these fights, in the middle of these fights. So anyway, yeah, then this was indeed not the best, but this was also not the best. Protecting here was good though. And then white should have just ignored it. And oh wow, I should play this Atari here. Wowee. I should just sacrifice the left side. Whoa, that I did not see. That was not my game plan. And then I can attack this more strongly. So with this Ponuki, my group here, of course, is very strong, but I gave up quite a bit here. And my move only lost 1 point, so... And that exchange already lost... See, you can see, it's often a bad exchange, actually. And this also was a really bad exchange. So here I was only ahead by 1.5 again, but because you can see that, you know, white has this group here, and I let the weakness simmer. And it led white to make a really bad exchange here. That lost like 2.5 points. And then this one lost another 2 points. And all of a sudden it's black plus 5 to 6. If I just push immediately, okay, I shouldn't even make this exchange. I should just push here immediately because it's center and because it is threatening this one, I suppose. Let's say white did just ignore this to do something here. Now I can play this one. And then white has to back off. Okay, so this is a bad exchange, but it's only minus 1 point, so it's not the worst exchange ever. And then I should... Oh, wow! Oh, that is so freaking calm. Wow. You can still see, right? Yeah. Wow, this is so pacifist challenge. I did see this weakness here, and that's why I made these exchanges. But AI is even saying, yeah, this is a weakness. Just protect it, bro. Just remove one of your biggest problems, and then you can go and attack. Let's say white just defends here. Now you can do this one, and then you have a very strong attack here. Wow. Okay, my move is only minus 1, and indeed white should have cut here. And then play this one. Oh, wow. Okay, but this, on the other hand, I can totally understand why you wouldn't want to play this because you fixed so many weaknesses for black, so I would have been happy with that, but I was also very happy with this. Okay, the peep was bad because I should still just defend, but it was okay because white didn't play this counter, which I saw, but I thought here with the double peep that it would be better for me. But okay, and white should indeed play this exchange, but connecting here, wow, just connect here. Holy crap. And then if white now does this, I can play this peep with a lot more. Oh, right. Yeah, I can just play this because it does threaten to peep here. And now white cannot protect like this because I can just cut off the tail. And if white instead plays the Satari, I can probably even just give up the 2 stones. Yeah. So white has to find some more active way. But now this already helps me because it fixed my weakness on the outside. Like that. Now my group here is a lot stronger, and now I have Senti to fight this. Wow, oh wow, this is such a good lesson. Like, it's already a good lesson here to do this with instead of this one. But I wonder if this is even the better lesson because this peep is the classic I want to defend my weakness, and I want to do it in an active way while retaining Sente. However, O5 is also Sente, and it protects the weakness immediately, and it doesn't strengthen white towards the outside as much. So that's an amazing lesson to take away. Yeah. Wow. Just the solid, just protect your cut immediately, bro. Nice. Anyway, I got it's quite a good result of that. Okay, that was fine. Connection. I was wondering about playing this Atari instead because the cut then is not Sente, and this does protect the outside more. The cut was no good. Okay, then, aha, this was a bad exchange. Why? Here, hmm. I suppose it did make white strong on the outside for no reason, yeah. So I should just Hane connect. And then indeed, this was my blunder here, how I lived with my bottom side. So just Hane connect. Yeah, and even if white does get this one and then this one, I now am alive here in cent is what this AI is saying. Yeah, Hane? If Hane and connect, then AI doesn't even want me to protect this. Is it actually the door group? Yeah, no? Is it? Because I get this one in center. You could protect here and then kill here. Okay, so it's just the capturing race is good for me. That's what AI is telling me here. I don't know about that. That seems sus. Yeah, now all of a sudden it's white plus 7. Yeah, that seemed very sus. Okay, anyway. Even if you just do this, and I do this one. Mm, no, would still not be great. Okay, but yeah, okay. I needed to Hane connect instead of this one. In the attempt to not give white any RG here, I actually gave white more RG here, kind of, and I took less eye shape for myself. So yeah, and oh, I was actually correct. The connection here was not good because it kind of was not necessary because white could play this one and then white is alive by either connecting out or playing here. So this connection was dame and not as big. But yeah, I should Hane connect. I was correct about that. And then here, indeed, this made the game back to equal. I should just connect here. Whenever I have no time or I'm in Byoyomi, I don't trust my reading enough. I was like 99% sure that this is alive, but this just lost me the lead. And then it was back to equal at this point, actually. Yeah, and then this was, like I said, if I was white, I would have tried to generate RG here first. This one was just a bad exchange. This one was maybe saying that he has RG, he has like Miai between this and this. Okay, the Atari was still fine, but this should have been the game losing blunder. But I do wonder why this is not a bigger mistake, because after this, oh, because now I can Atari here, and then I can still counter this immediately. I can also counter this first. This white group, technically, I suppose, can still be attacked, and I can also attack this for more profit and just be ahead because I already fixed my weaknesses here. I already got the profit here. And white won't get any profit on the top side if, for example, I don't know, I even just play something here and I get more profit here myself. And there's even still some RG here, so yeah, this was trying to win the game on the spot and it almost lost me the game on the spot. Or it very much should have lost me the game. Yeah, okay, that exchange was not even great. Yeah, and then indeed white should have pushed at least one more time. But with this one, here white actually was ahead by 10. And okay, apparently that was not bad. Here white was still ahead by 8. Oh, that was correct though. Interesting. What about this one? Is it just that white can extend here? Yeah, okay, and this doesn't get generate that many points anyway, I suppose. And this does give me the end game here as well. Okay. Yeah, and then this lost 1.5 points. Should be two. I don't know why it's only this. Okay, that was fine though. So here it's still white by had by Komi. Ah, but white should have played. Ooh, white had this as ko, because if I now connect, then actually this is not working. Why is this better? Hmm. So I got some. Oh, and yeah, I was wondering if white should even protect here. Because yeah, this was so big, and this one is just gote. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's just gote essentially because this one threatens to. And if black now captures, it's gote because there's no cut here. There's just the capture here. So then white can make use of the strength here to destroy this even more. But in the game, white let me get all of this on the top side, and then the game got close. Oh wow, S10 really? Anyway, here, white also should have not protected just like on the top side. I knew that, but I also thought that I was behind and that I needed to. Well, I guess I was also in time trouble and I tried to just play some forcing move, which wasn't a forcing move. Then I got this, but this one interesting. Is this. Okay, white protects here, then I get this one. Okay. Because if we connect here now, I can turn, and this becomes the ko. Yep, that would be great. So if this one instead, then of course I get to just play here, and after this one is center, white has to protect. And then later, white might still need to add moves after I play here, but for now, we just capture the stone. Okay, but I got that one. And now the game is already only white +2. This was also slight, but mine was also not great. And here white missed a chance to do this better. I should ignore and play here now. So it's back to white +3.5. But yeah, this one was so weird. I don't know if white hallucinated that P1 is Sente, or that white was thinking, I'm winning, let me just make sure that there's absolutely no RG here. But yeah, this one was so big. Then I got to push in and cut here, which white should have protected here, so that actually gained me a point. And then this, ooh, and then I should have captured here. Yeah, I was wondering, this was so big. This was so big. But white, yeah, so white indeed playing here was a mistake. Okay, that was just all mistakes all around. And then white got this one, yeah. This one is pushing in. So if I captured, I would have removed 2 points of white here and kept 1, 2, 3. So this one was actually really huge, yeah. I That's why I mean I played the Atari because I thought the follow-up was big, but then I kind of forgot about this or thought it was maybe not as big. So yeah, not a perfect endgame by either player whatsoever. So here it's still white +2.5. Ah, but okay, no, this one. Ah, then the descent here was a point loss. So that lost a point. Then it was already a half-point game at this point. Excuse me? How is how is how is this black plus half? Oh wait, because this is Atari. Wait, okay, because yeah, okay, of course. Now, Jeez. Okay. Now this all of these were blunders. So I'm half a point behind now, but because I knew that forehead and I needed to make some point up here. All of these are obviously blunders. Uh, and then I kept my points here, and then I was 1.5 point ahead. Ay, ay, ay. I wonder if my opponent will review the game with AI as well and see this and think, oh no. But okay, I think in the end, it was anyone's game because in the first half, I was dominating the game, and then I made this really silly blunder here, and then I totally should have lost the game. So I was like 7 points better in the first half. Then I made a 15-point blunder, and then I was 8 points better in the second half. No. At 0.5 difference, every move that loses like 30 points is a huge blunder. What do you mean? This is not about half a point. This is about White just winning on the spot here with this Atari and with this Atari. My stones here are dead. Very dead. That's not a half point mistake. Just saying. That's why it's the huge comb shape, not a little comb shape, the huge comb shape. But we both missed it, so in the end, I benefited from that and won by half a point. I'm not proud of this. I still think I should just not. I should never make this kind of mistake. Uh, but this is the kind of mistake that I still do because I think I need to get more, or I need to, because of feeling like there's an urgency to do something now, and that if I made this exchange and gave White this, then surely I don't. This game is not good enough. But I still have a really big attack against this. I still have some RG against this, I suppose, and yeah. So I guess this is the last. I mean, okay, maybe some end game to learn from, but the most of the end game was. I guess this one is the end game that I might add here. Where did I make the mistake move? Maybe this one, right? Here instead of this one, that this one is just bigger. Because then it's already a close game at this point, only 1.5 plus for White. And if White doesn't see that White should play this in center anytime soon, I guess a catcher's here, and let's me get this one. Then if White plays the end game just as bad as before, then I win this without having to rely on my opponent missing the blunders. But anyway, that might be the one thing that I take away from this end game. But besides that, the first half up to this blunder is much more valuable. Especially, I'm still in awe of this one. This might not have been like the biggest mistake of the game, but it just what were the blunders here? Oh yeah, the life and death on the bottom side. That's not a main lesson. That's more like, okay, I don't know, understand what you are giving up by not taking more space, I suppose, and you're not really giving up much, so just take more space. That's the whole lesson there. And know exactly after the cut how to handle these weaknesses, but if I just play here and defend my weaknesses here or something, that's minus 4.5 points. So I do need to take the profit here now. I do need to endure this. And I did endure it pretty well up to the point where I just didn't live with the biggest space possible. And yeah, and then I would say besides that, even he, I mean, here, okay, here it's the peep after this one. I wonder how what AI thinks just about this move, actually. Nope, -2.5. That wouldn't have been that good. But here, before this, before attacking here already this one, and at this point, even more so, yeah, not the peep, but just the solid connect. And prepare that you have this, that this more solid shape actually gives more forcing moves afterwards. So amazing. Anyway, I'm feeling more fresh than I did yesterday. When I decided not to stream after all and just watch how Germany completely crushed Ukraine, but then didn't crush them because the scribe was incorrect. um, so I will leave it at that for today. Might stream a few fast games after the long game tomorrow, but this one also it also went until end game, and I have been reviewing this game for for an hour now already. Also, I like to review my games. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea because I can see. I mean, I can see the number decline um, when I review my games, right? So, but yeah, I want to be thorough with how I what I learned from these games. And just a very quick look one last time. Did I ever invade somewhere? Nope, my opponent invaded me. I didn't invade on the right side. I didn't invade anything because there was literally no moyo from the opponent to invade. So, and this is not an invasion because, yeah, obviously you could say, oh, this stone is now behind enemy lines, but this one was originally an attacking stone, and now I have to. I guess I could have also ignored it and played here, or even captured here. Wow. But okay, then the game would have been slightly better for white. So if I do this and white now protects, can I maybe play here? But it's slightly better for black. But okay, nobody can fault me for doing this one here because it's not really an invasion, and I just escape with my group here. So that's the only like very slight where you could say, oh, there was an invasion, but not really. You could say, though, that I'm really dumb to not protect my cut here because that turned the top side to just be like, like it, as if I had invaded and failed. So, yeah. This move. Uh, I think I'm kind of both lucky and unlucky that I won this game because if I had lost it, that would have made this even more painful. Like this, I still got away with it somewhat, but I won't let. Don't worry, I won't let myself get away with it too easily. I might even print this out and hang it somewhere just to make sure that I don't. But I know that I don't need to be this urgent, like have this false urgency. Anyway, main point. This was a pass in terms of a challenge, and I need I don't know, something cold. So yeah. Um, with that being said, maybe someone to raid. Someone to raid me when I stream on my own. Alright, Badukbam, Smuglet. Let's do Smuglet today. I think we did Badukbam a few times in a row. And yeah, thanks for watching again. Have a good one. See you tomorrow with another, maybe with a level up. Who knows? Until then, bye bye.